How long is this demo?
Hello there.
What business have you at the Grand Cathedral? We came to see Coronation Rock. We came to see the human. You came to see that monster? Don't come crying to me if you regret it. That's the human Luis cast aside. It's so creepy. Ugh, I'm starting to feel sick. Let's get out of here. We're just curious about the rock. Could we take a look and then be on our way? It's a stone created by the royal magic. If the faces appear in the giant stone king's eye, then they also appear here.
Oh, yeah?
Let's see who we have here. First up is Forden. It appears Luis is second. Third is, who is this? There are some smaller faces too, but I don't recognize any of them. No telling where it goes from here, though. It's still pretty uncharted territory for us.
Yep.
Now we know where we stand. Shall we get back to it? I guess so.
Let's move.
We'll free Alcest from his dying regrets, for his highness's sake as well.
Got it?
I'm worried about Maria, but let's just do what we can for now.
What is it? Bastard, you.
There's so many conversations around me.
What is it?
What the hell's wrong with that rock? It's got people's faces growing on it. Creepy.
So irreverent.
You dare call it such a thing? I'll have you know the biggest face on there is that of His Eminence Sanctifex Forden. They seem to be the faces of people who's supported by citizens across the country, just as His Majesty in the sky said. In other words, perhaps the faces you see here are of people who've gained the public's trust. Trust, you say? How utterly ludicrous, as if Luis could ever gain enough support to be on par with His Eminence. Forget the rock. Is it even safe for us to be here? The human back there is far creepier.
What in tarnation?
Disgusting human. Oh, that one's from a Hieronymus Bosch painting as well. I know exactly which painting that comes from. Ah, Closure. How has His Majesty's funeral come to this? The people are in an uproar. So Rishin says, wait, he's trying to win the support of the people and he just left the giant corpse in the middle of the city? Yes, because the church and the royal family has been basically denying the presence, the growing presence of the human threat. So he brought one here to show us that it's actually real, and that actually is working to convince people that he was right.
It's quite fresh.
To think I'd still get customers in times like these. Guess where there's Reeve, there's a way.
Fancy a chat?
It's not just any old water, you know. You won't find such clean well water anywhere else. My husband goes through loads of trouble bringing it back here, so please don't say it's overpriced. Oh, it's a cooking ingredient? We can cook. There's a cooking system. And then fruit cordial is juice that restores MP. If I ever get a chance to cook somewhere, I should try using this. Seems valuable to have, right? Just like stuff. Water merchant. Merchants who sell precious potable water. Especially vital in Grand Trad, where lack of water is a chronic issue because of heavy desertification. Water merchants know where safe water sources exist and how to purify drinking water, and do not reveal their trade secrets to oh, it's Los Angeles. In times of disaster or extreme drought, water can be valued higher than gold. A majority of water merchants are parapas who have no qualms with the arduous labor the profession demands. Hulkenberg. Iselin Hulkenberg. Wow, what a name. A Roussant lady knight met in Grand Trad. Once a member of the Royal Knights, she served the prince alongside Grius. Although the prince was formally declared dead, she believed that he survived the attack and searched for him alone. Given her social status, she was called by her family name during her travels, which she has become completely accustomed to the point that she introduces herself that way. Mausoleum, an underground mausoleum that existed before the Grand Cathedral was built. The cathedral was connected to it for the convenience of the Sanctus, and there is a passageway through the basement. Few locals know this path, as most preferred the main entrance than to walk among the dead. Rishins is showing it. I get leaving the corpse to sit there is just what gets me. I mean, that's how you get more people who weren't at the funeral to see it, right? You put it there so that the church can't deny it. And then, I mean, I guess most people, you know, we as gamers are thinking that thing's going to come back to life, but like Luis killed it. People don't really have exposure to humans. Should they really expect it to just stand back up, you know? Like that's game sense talking. We know it's going to be a boss because it looks like a boss. But as far as they're concerned, the thing is dead and it's just laying there and it fell from the sky. So like, out of the way, Elda, I need to hurry to get the hell away from here. What are you dallying around for? Get this carriage away from my grand cathedral. What are the people saying? Ugh, I can't stand this. Protecting the Grand Cathedral from Luis is just impossible. There's no way. It's not just Luis that's tough. The private army he leads has an elite force of warriors as well. They're called the White Clad. Gotta be honest, I admire them a bit, but this is something else. Are they gonna have anything new to say? Why hasn't the army stormed the cathedral yet? There's still dukes and counts left trapped inside. I'm afraid a hasty invasion will only lead to more casualties. Casualties be damned, the church must advocate for its benefactors. Corruption, wowzer. And they were calling the king out for being politically void in the past. They have no ideology. Shame on them.
All right.
No lookouts that I can see. Will not be discovered going in or out of the cathedral as we please.
Well,
It's so quiet, it's kind of creepy.
Even so.
I'd rather have avoided disturbing the dead, but we cannot let that stop us here.
I'm a little worried.
I'm worried about the people left in the Grand Cathedral. All right.
Now, where was
I feel Moore's presence. So we have to go to Academia. I need to get myself a different skill, I think.
What now?
Actually, one thing I want to look at, I guess I'll just look at stuff here.
Please, do make yourselves comfortable.
Study archetypes. Tilo, healer. Okay. When would I get day? Details. Weak HP recovery for all allies. Okay, so I don't get recovery HP just combat. Oh, interesting. That's neat. Takunda will definitely need Medi. I'm gonna give day.
All right.
I think that's totally reasonable. And now I'm gonna be out attack skills, but like that's fine. I think. I hope.
Yes, that's right.
Grand Cathedral. I recall visiting a few times, an iconic structure and a symbol of the sheer power sanctism holds in the kingdom. I believe it was also where they kept the royal scepter, instrument of the royal magic, that lofty power said to shake the world's very foundation. Should that scepter fall into the wrong hands, it would spell dire consequences for the country, not the least of which, fracturing the much-needed faith of the people. The man you stand against, the man known as Luis, may be one of the most powerful wielders of magic alive today. If you would fight, you must strive to reach the pinnacle of your archetype and train well alongside your allies. Indeed, I am curious to see who prevails. I guess he would be kind of distanced from it all because he's stuck in this pocket dimension.
That's a good kitty.
Oh, you'll come again.
All right.
Just as I thought, this area is yet to be sealed off. We should be able to enter through here.
Let's go.
Let's go ahead to the, let's head to the cathedral. We're going after that necromancer. We're going to catch him for Grius' sake as well.
Look.
The path leads to the back entrance of the Grand Cathedral. Security should be lighter than it is at the front. Let's head inside. You all ready? Then let us enter. The way is straight ahead. Okay, so the Grand Cathedral maybe will be the final. I mean, this demo just keeps going. I have no idea when this is going to end. It's downright eerie, much too quiet in here. We've no choice but to steel ourselves and move on. This is the only way left open to us. The area looks clear. Let's hurry.
look.
Seems as though it's locked. Okay, we gotta go around. Ha! Huh. Are there any illusory walls? Is that what we're gonna learn here? That there's illusory walls in this game? No? Okay, well, I did my best. Wait a minute, a strange feeling from overhead. It's the same feeling I had at the abandoned mine before. But the mines were... What do you sense? I don't know, but I've got a bad feeling about this. What's the plan, Tilo? We're going in. Right, no time to second guess ourselves. Spooky.
What's going on? We can't get through the door.
Strange as he is, that pale fellow's magic works. Good for rooting out the rats.
That blasted mage set a trap. Not surprising. We knew he was expecting us.
And you still fell for it? At least you'll be in good company.
I can't be.
No way.
I like his helmet. What? Oh no, it's Grius now. Evil Grius.
Alcest.
Zombie Alsis.
Alsis, stop it! Don't! Why would you die for revenge of all things? The man I fought beside was not so ruled by anger and malice. Alsis, tell me, please. Is this the price of my failure, then? The prince, for having lost him, you too would abandon me. Why did you leave me alone in the dark when you escaped with his highness? I have sought him for so many years to no avail, and now I... Of course. 'Tis only just that you be the one to send me to him now.
Get up! Fight!
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
No! You have it wrong!
The prince is alive!
Hey!
He's right. We do hunt Luis, but not for revenge. We mean to lift the prince's curse.
Is that true? His Highness is still...
Yes, he lives. So you have to keep fighting!
You mean, if that's true, then I...
We got the cinematic aspect ratio.
O lodestar who wanders in solemn duty, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Hear now my new calling, transcending all oaths. I choose life of my own will!
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities become thy light. Thou art the brilliant star that shall illuminate the King's Road. Now, awaken.
Oh, hell yeah.
Iselin Pacelli Majal Hulkenberg. I am knight, I am commander, and last of the honor guard! Once more, I take up arms in my liege's name!
She's the
Alsis, I will see you freed.
cavalry, I get it.
For the liege I am sworn to, in his royal name, with this power, I shall open the way! Alsis, 'tis almost finished.
I'm sensing a huge surge of power. Hang on. It almost seems like the two archetypes are resonating with each other.
Synthesis skills. You've unlocked synthesis skills. Synthesis skills are special cooperative skills available according to the party's channeled archetypes. Access them by pressing A on the party member's turn. In order to perform any synthesis skill, a second party member with a specific archetype channeled is necessary. Synthesis skills consume the collaborator's turn icon in addition to the active character's turn icon. Okay. This is a thing from Persona 3 as well. Let's see.
Let us fight as one.
It's up to you now.
I will protect you.
That helped. It's okay. Let's go.
There we go.
After me. Something else. No holding back.
Cool UI. Cool UI that I like. Oh, and the face, the moon is on the top of the screen. Has that always been there? I never noticed that. This is like cool. That's kind of neat. That's kind of cool.
Counting on you.
Behold my power!
Oh hell yeah.
By this power.
Now, what's the play? I call upon royal power within.
Let's go.
Oh, please.
This is nothing.
Oh, she resists physical. Damn, girl.
Coordination is key.
Let's go.
The power. We can do this.
Oh, I should have weakened, but that's fine. I say weakened, but I mean hit his weakness. English isn't real. It can't hurt you.
No holding back. What a mess. Let's do this.
Okay, I can cast Round Slash with either of them. I'm not going to do that, though. Sure.
With blade in hand!
Knight's Proclamation draws enemy attention and takes attacks for allies for 1 turn.
Strike me if you dare!
Okay.
The power of healing. Healer.
Okay, so she's the Knight
Not out of
archetype.
this yet.
I'm obliged. Only a
Wow, she's a tank with interesting tank skills.
Vanquish evil.
Having like a tank character in Shin Megami Tensei games and Persona games and stuff has always been like really
not now.
kind of like difficult to
Stand together!
make work
Right, let's go.
because the randomness of like enemy targeting. Oof. We're fine.
Anyone
This
heal
is
him?
nothing.
Stroll can't take any more. Someone
can do
heal
No,
him.
thanks. I call upon royal power within.
By the sworn oath of knighthood. Alcest!
His Highness and Maria's home. I leave them in your hands. We'll do as you ask, friend. I swear it.
Not bad. I'll strive for greater heights.
Did I finally get Medi? Oh. Okay.
Rest now, Alcest. We will protect Maria and His Royal Highness.
Oh. Isn't this crystal just like what we saw in the abandoned mine? It gives me the same nasty feeling. Come on. Let's just destroy it.
First he wakes the dead, and now this bizarre object. This man is dangerous and must be stopped.
You said you were a royal knight, didn't you? Were you there on the night the prince was attacked?
Yes, though I was the least among the Order then. We saw His Highness afflicted with a horrific curse. But soon after, he mysteriously vanished. Alcest was one of His Highness's closest confidants when he disappeared. I'd wondered if they were both lost to us.
But I could see it when we told you the truth. You believed the prince was alive, didn't you?
I'd left my post to wander the land. A search party, at least in intent. News of the king's demise brought me back. Thence, we met. Now, onward. 'Tis nothing. Let us go.
Don't tis nothing me. You took a hard hit early on. Let's head back for now.
But
We've come this far, so he'll be looking to buy time. It's just as you advised before. We can't rush in if we're to see this through. What say you? We can withdraw for now, right?
I say it's up to her.
I'll trust your judgment. Homeward, then.
Okay.
Ah, you're just in time. Maria's awake. She's not hurt too badly, but she's locked up in her room and won't come out.
Which one of you heroes wants to volunteer to tell the little girl her dad's dead? Any takers? Anyone?
I told her that her father wouldn't be coming home.
So she knows.
Oh, I should say, I found a note in his belongings. Meant for you all, I'm sure. It said, if there's anything left that could serve you, take it. I left his belongings in his room, so you're free to have a look.
Grius entrusted his belongings to us.
Now that you're here, I'll go check on her one more time. Try to rest, and I'll be back shortly.
Damn you, Louise.
Can I assume you're still dedicated to the mission?
Mission?
Killing Louise to lift the prince's curse. We've lost a lot already. We can't afford to give up after one failure.
Don't worry. I've no intention of giving up now.
What do you think? Are you going after Louise?
Of course I am.
Yes. Someone has to bring the bastard to justice. You saw what would happen under his rule. We can't just let him doom this country.
Thus do you seek Louise's death. Knowing the truth, may I join your cause? I heard of your trials at the fort, and considering all I've seen and heard, Louise clearly aims to seize the throne. Allow me to lend my blade. Even if we can put the man down, if we can't save the heir to the throne, it would be all for naught. Until the day His Highness, the prince's life is saved. I will fight through all obstacles.
We'd be happy to have you. But are you sure?
It is but another leg on my own long journey, and now I may travel in good company. What say you?
I hope we can count on you.
I'm sure she'll be a great help to us.
Seems a bit redundant to say after all you've done for us, but we're glad to have you.
Leave it to me.
Hulkenberg, the ever-loyal knight, has become your ally.
Then let us be bound in both purpose and trust. My life is your shield, and my blade is your strength.
The steadfast vassal, Hulkenberg. Within her dwells the virtue of the knight. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
I would stake my very life upon it.
I have a really crazy conspiracy theory, and I think that this game is doing something kind of cool. And so I think all the mechanics in this game are really neat, especially the like positional mechanics and stuff. This game is taking a little bit from all of the Persona games, not just 3, 4, and 5 like one would expect, or like it has like ideas from like Soul Hackers and stuff as well, but like the positional combat specifically, and the way that it affects Rose, and the way that these social links are like seemingly tied to individual party members this way, at least so far. The fact that you can swap your archetypes across your characters, that like even though certain characters will start with those archetypes, you can swap, like party members aren't locked to their personas like they are in the Persona 3, 4, and 5 games. Part of me wonders if this game is prototyping ideas for the Persona 1 and 2 remakes. Because we know that they were considering doing those. And there's a lot of Persona 1 and 2 in this so far. Especially with the older cast members, like there's some, yeah, this is interesting. That's a theory that I'm not going to be able to get out of my brain. Who's the penis is my question. That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? I'm very curious what the metaphorical penis is in this scenario. The knight is the right leg. The warrior is one of the left legs. I'm very curious. I sense the rogue embodiment of the knight from Hulkenberg. You can now study the knight in academia. Try seeing what new powers await you.
Oh, now that she's part of the team, we ought to show her. Here. This is the prince. He's been asleep for a long, long time. He's stable. But unless we can do something about that curse, he's finished.
That mage could be the key to this. I couldn't guess what he aims to accomplish, but if we can capture him, he could lead us straight to Luis.
Doubtless he seeks the royal scepter. 'Tis enshrined in a chamber in the cathedral under a powerful warding seal. Such magic would likely take days of concentration to dispel, even with powers to do so.
You figure that's why he said we've got until the mourning period ends? If it's true, we still have some days until the mourning ends. Leaves us a little time to spare, but what did he mean when he told us to wait for the Day of Calamity? Just an ominous name for the day he grabs the scepter?
He can tell us himself at the end of a sword. The innkeeper's given her blessing, so we'll use this place as our headquarters for now.
Yeah, probably for the best. It's already gotten late today, so let's reconvene here tomorrow. Do you feel responsible for Grius and Maria?
Of course I do.
That's not your burden to bear alone, okay? I don't make much of a guide, do I? I can't even get proper directions. God, I wish I wasn't so useless.
Gallica's voice acting continues to be incredible. Like, really solid voice acting, especially for a character like this.
You're the one who's gotten us this far, Gallica.
You think so? Well, it's nice of you to say. My grief is getting the better of me. But I've got to shape up. Grius gave his life for that mission. We can't let him down. Let's figure it out as a team, all right? I'll do whatever I can.
I can sense Gallica's heartbreak, her trust, and her determination. Hell yeah.
Gotta focus on the here and now, not the past.
Mad cost of studying the mage lineage is reduced. Voices of followers can now be heard, even from far away.
Well, you should get some rest tonight in preparation for tomorrow. Let's rest.
Why don't we rest early to prepare for tomorrow? Am I not allowed to leave? No, I can leave. Grius, to think that he's gone. I only wish I could have thanked him. We owe him for leading us to a real night. I confess I was relieved to see his highness, though he's certainly grown since I knew him. Tonight we shall all have our due rest and prepare for tomorrow. To finish Alces's fight is a grand undertaking, and we cannot fail him. Fabian's groceries in the inn, Orlando. I don't want to get in her way, so I'll leave them alone. I want to talk to the mices. All the fighting must have worn you down quite a bit. Don't stress out about going out tonight. Just rest.
What?
This is Hulkenberg's room. She'll get angry if you go in without her permission. I can hear Maria's pained crying as Fabian comforts her. Well, that's grim. I can faintly hear the hustle and bustle of the city beyond the closed shutters. The bed seems rather stiff, but I can still rest in it. Maybe it's time to call it a night. I guess so. Wait, this is Flames Day. Does that make it a Monday? Mondays, am I right, fellas?
Really? What exactly do you have against sleep?
Apparently you've been invited to academia.
I saw it all unfold. An ally became a friend, and he awakened to your power. But his path was cut short. It is all too easy to forget the fragility of life, until the tragedy of its loss. Yet, I feel his efforts were not in vain. He never turned from his fears and worries, unflinching to the last. Just as the lives of old heroes are passed down through their tales, so too will his heart. You have inherited the story of an unsung revolutionary and all its power.
The mag used by Grius has been inherited and returned to Tilo's soul. Oh.
Yet be warned, such power rarely awakens without trials. Even should you overcome them, your virtues will be tested time and time again. You must carry on, honing your archetypes and heart with painful sincerity. That is the first step towards changing the world. I have faith in you.
Oh, I got my hero incense back. Interesting. You may come across items that grow your archetypes in various places, similar to the hero's incense you will receive from more. You can use them from the item menu. They grant experience directly to an archetype without having to battle.
Forgive me. There's one more important thing. You can visit as long as you have the calm and time to open a book. But when threats lurk nearby, we may not always have the luxury of attention undivided. And danger is an inconvenience so often encountered, of course. As such. A smart-looking fellow, isn't he? There's a special magic igniter.
Milo. No, don't attack the cat.
I'd like to join you in person. I cannot. I can, however, send his consciousness in my place. If you see him in places of battle, do stop to pet him, won't you? You'll find him a most helpful companion. If you would survive the trials to come, think not only of the powers you know, but how they might be combined. Now, until we meet again.
Milo saw the cat and immediately tried to pat him on the screen.
What?
Something's amiss. Is the spell broken? Has the crystal underground been shattered? No, surely not this quickly. The soldiers couldn't possibly.
No matter.
No matter. Trivial, all of it. More importantly. A rather complicated sealing spell, but I see its workings. Breaking it will only be a matter of time. So close to the Hall of the Royal Scepter. The plan is near its fruition, and the calamity draws ever closer. That was my 2-second impression of him.
Marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Eventually, my voice acting will get better. It was straight up a Monday. Rough Monday.
Sorry.
I apologize that we've commandeered your home. Oh. This is my fight too. You're going after that man in the cathedral, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, surely before the day of calamity that he's warned about. I don't know what he's plotting, but I want nothing more than to foil it. We can't let a tragedy that would rob this country of its future come to pass, not only for the prince, but for Grius as well. One last matter. I am yet unused to the strange power. Once we take the field again, I would look to another for orders. Tilo, you seem best suited to the task. That is the role you've been serving thus far, yes?
It'll be all right.
No objections here. He's certainly gotten me out of plenty of nasty situations.
All good.
I agree. You up for that, Tilo? All right.
Yeah.
Got it. May you lead us to victory.
True.
I suppose that would make you our captain. A fitting title for a company's tactical authority, no?
For real?
I guess, but it sounds so formal. I don't know if I could get used to calling him that.
Now then.
As for when we return to the cathedral, yours is the final say, but we'd be better served by prudence than haste.
Yeah.
Right, let's make sure we're ready for this. Gallica, when it's time to go, you give us the word.
Got it.
Yeah, got it. Stay calm, everyone. You can do this. Quest start. Necromancer takedown. Luis's necromancer subordinate must be stopped. I need to discover Luis's whereabouts as well. Who knows what could happen on the day of the prophesied calamity. A mission with a deadline has begun. Meet up with your allies at the catacombs entrance to challenge the Grand Cathedral. Failure to complete your mission by the deadline will result in a game over. You must defeat the necromancer before the day of calamity. Progressing time. On a given day, you have time to do one thing in the day and another at night. Dungeons can only be visited during the day, and you'll need to rest that night. If you spend time in town during the day, the night is yours. On the local map, there are icons indicating where you can home your royal virtues, people who have requests, and where your followers are. Raising your royal virtues and strengthening your bonds with your followers is the key to obtaining new archetypes. Use your free time wisely and strive to be the best version of yourself. If an action will consume time, the choice will be marked with a clock symbol. Keep this in mind so you can plan your activities accordingly.
Hey there.
Hey, you got a sec? I was thinking, isn't Grand Tragus huge? All this running from end to end must be so tiring. So I was thinking, you've got His Highness's sword, right? Maybe you can do something cool with it. Gria said the sword was forged with magla. With a little magic, I think I can make it float. That's what the prince used to do, remember? So let's give it a try. Picture levitating and then see if you can stand on it. Blade riding. We can skateboard on our sword. While in safe areas like cities, press B to hop on your blade and quickly ride through the area. You can increase your speed by holding right trigger. Oh, wait, what?
We should go.
First thing we need to do is head to the Grand Cathedral. What was that? I pressed a button.
What's happened?
What did that say? What was that pop-up? Whoa. Fucking do a kickflip, dude. Do a kickflip.
can't see a single good.
Oh, what shall I do? I cannot buy the medicine that my sick daughter needs. Medicine? Is it that expensive? Yes, it is. Or to put it more accurately, it costs more than what a Mustari in the city is capable of earning. Okay. My daughter won't be long for this world. If I can't get my hands on medicine, my heart aches to see her so racked by a cough.
Yeah.
Our mission is still the top priority, but it shouldn't take up too much time to squeeze in a quick shopping trip and help them out.
You there?
What? Don't be ridiculous. We Mustari are treated poorly, but the people here hate the Elda even more. What medicine is it? Well, it's a respiratory medicine called the Breath of Fresh Air. They sell it at St. Firmus Church. I'm hesitant to get my hopes up, but should you somehow obtain it, please bring it to me. St. Firmus Church should be on San Lomeo Street. Think they'll sell us the medicine?
Let's give it a shot.
Sure. Okay. Rewards for solving people's requests are not limited to just money or items. You could even unlock a new archetype. The harder the request, the greater the reward you can expect. You may be requested to slay certain monsters outside the city, for example. You can review requests you've already taken in the quest section of the main menu. Enemy difficulty is also noted there, so you don't have to tackle quests blindly. Some requests have time limits. If you fail to complete a request in the designated time, it will be marked expired. You can no longer acquire rewards for quests past the deadline, so keep an eye on your time. You can review deadlines in the quest section of the main menu. Gah, I know worrying about it won't solve anything, but I can't stop thinking about Grius. Every time I see Maria's room or Fabienne's face, I just can't shake the guilt. I feel the same way. I admit I'm relieved to hear you say it. We were only beside him a short time, but we risked our lives together. What we learned was invaluable. Knowing that risk, he still became our ally, still took us under his wing. Perhaps I saw something of my late father in him. He was a man who put family first and country close second, though they looked nothing alike. Still, I mustn't dwell on it. Grius would want us to focus on what's ahead, and he would be right. I just had the idea to scroll up through here just to make sure. Okay, so... Huh, okay. I don't know. I don't know what that weird message said.
Whatever.
Oh, oi, Elda lad. Going somewhere? Up to you, of course, but I wouldn't go anywhere near the Grand Cathedral if I was you. Rumor has it that Luis, you know the bloke, has sent his private army to occupy it. Unless you fancy losing your life, I wouldn't get tangled up with that lot. I apologize for making you shoulder the burden of captaincy. But if captaincy, is that a word? But if you have the strength the title demands, I trust you. We cannot leave the Grand Cathedral in its current state. Shall we be off to it then, Tilo? I have things to do.
I see.
I see. Do not tarry over long, then.
Hey.
If I may ask you one thing, are you all going to the Grand Cathedral? Hey, who told you that? Huh, calm yourself. There's no need to be so wary. I won't say a word about it to anyone else. On the contrary, I'd like to help you. Here we go. Thanks for the screenshot, Rishin, so I can read whatever that said. I opened the link that you sent in my Discord, and it just gave me a picture of a table. So I don't really know. I'm what some call an informant. I sell information, so how about it? Let's see. Buying intel gives you more than just what you've heard from the informant. It has various effects, such as unlocking information about enemies in battle using Analyze. Informants can be found skulking in taverns across Uchronia. Consider seeking them out, especially if you want hints about what to do next. You can view information you've purchased in the item section of the main menu via the information panel. Huh. Listen, as for my sources, well, that's privileged information I can't tell you, but rest assured they're highly reliable. Grand Cathedral status. Learn about the current state of the Regolith Grand Cathedral. According to reports, it's teeming with monsters. Yes.
Hey.
If you're set on going to the Grand Cathedral, be wary. I've heard that place is a veritable den of monsters now. I must assume this is work of that man, that necromancer. Ugh, just the thought of bones and corpses moving on their own sends a chill down my spine. I heard they're weak to light magic. In addition, the skeletal ones are weak to physical blows. Let your fists fly and smack them around a bit. Also, I've heard about a moving stone statue. Couldn't tell you why, but there's statues in there that come to life. They're apparently immune to sword attacks, so be careful. I've heard they're weak to wind magic, so if you're heading over there, keep light, wind, and weapons in your arsenal. That's all I know. I know little of your motives, but regardless, I hope you succeed. That needs to be stopped to end this madness at the cathedral. Feel free to send it to me directly, Rishin. If you're on my friends list, I think you can DM me. If you're not, I'll just add you in a minute. I mean, it's probably not super important. I'll figure it out. Well, let me know if you have anything else you want to hear about. I know this city like the back of my hand. I'll stay here a while, but my regular haunt is in the Honeybee Inn. It does sound like his information could be useful to us, but the Honeybee Inn, a shady-looking guy like him is a regular there. Okay, it's...
You'll be a lifesaver. Oh,
Greetings, Elda boy. We don't see many of your tribe in the royal capital, though we're similar in that way. Have you heard of the Mustari tribe? We too are rarely seen in Grand Trad.
I see.
Of course, it's understandable. We rarely make ourselves known to the public after all. So then, any interest in our history and why we live our lives secluded and oppressed? I'll share if you'd like to know. Mustari history. Learning more about them may help us better support those in need, right? Understanding different cultures and points of view might improve my tolerance. It's going to take some time, so if you had other plans for today, let's come back another time. Not today. I see. Well, it doesn't have to be today. I'm always here. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, the time management. I need a spreadsheet. I got to make a spreadsheet. Oh, I have 3 days of playtime or a certain point in the dungeon before the demo ends, whichever happens first. Fuck. Besides, this place days might be numbered. Forget Lycaon if Igniter or something. It's closed during the day. If Igniter Consortium zeroes in on you, it's Gallows for sure. No, I know the proprietor, actually. It used to be an army doctor back in the day. I'm doing everything I can to get them to look the other way. Place is too good to be busted. Okay, this game is way bigger and longer. This demo is longer than I was expecting. This is cracked. A Rusant man dropped his mag pouch around here, and well, I'm a damn fool, so I wanted to catch it immediately, but it ain't raining today. The worse the weather, the better the conversion rate. So when the sun comes out, you'll be getting less. You believe this freak? He's not moved from that corpse for ages, even if the stink gets worse and worse. And never says a word no matter what I ask him. You ask me, mind-fogged folks like him might as well be creepier than the cadavers.
Ridiculous.
Hey, did you hear that? It sounded like the cry of pain somewhere nearby. Hey, you there. Do you have any medicinal herbs? My stomach is killing me. I'm in pretty rough shape, and a medicinal herb would go a long way, and you have 11 on hand. Want to give him one? Yes. Thank you.
You saved me.
It's feeling a bit better. You're a kind one. People normally pay no mind to parapists like me, but you really helped me. Here, take this as thanks. Hero's incense? Golly. That was nice of you to make that man so happy. I hope he gets better.
You're not getting off the hook for that.
You there. You should be careful. There have been reports of a Nydia swindler around here. Wait, you're an Elda? Ugh, damn it. What's going on?
You're not getting off the hook for that.
Interesting.
What you need?
What are you staring at? Got no executions planned for the time being. Or do you envy my job? Sorry, I got no plans on stepping down. Looks like they hold executions on Flames days, but all they're doing is killing people for ridiculous reasons. Well, that's not good.